Fish on.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Hey.
Wait, Larry, you sound surprised. Like, Frank's got one. I can't believe it. There must be a million of them out there.
Hi folks, I'm Larry Ladowski with Midwest Outdoors and welcome to the Buffalo Niagara region. One of my favorite destinations, and that's a nice little smallie to start us off with. We're fishing today with Alan Ranson of Strike King Fishing Company, as well as this guy, a good friend of mine, Frank Campbell, one of the best charter captains in the Niagara region. We're going to talk about what we're using, how we're using it, so stay tuned. We're going to have some fun. And we got a double.
Double
them up. We got quite a bit of wind today. Look at that. That is beautiful.
Nothing like two at a time.
No kidding. And 2 footballs.
Aren't they pretty?
Yeah. Gorgeous fish.
The water's just getting warm enough. They're just starting to jump just a little bit. Man, he inhaled it. That's that rage swimmer, but I got a little bit lighter head on. A little bit chunkier fish.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful fish. The key today for us has been making sure you're staying on the bottom and imitating either gobies or emerald shiners / smelt with these swim baits. Folks, today we're talking about different swim baits. So we're running different styles of swim baits here in the Niagara, and each style of swim bait has its own reason. The Rage Swimmer here actually profiles a goby, which smallmouth bass's favorite targeted bait. It's a wider front end and it has a little different swimming action, but definitely the profile of a goby. We also are using swimming shiners, which are more like our smelt and our emerald shiners. What we have is, at this time of the year, we have a big crossover of bait. So in different areas, you'll have different fish feeding on different bait fish. You really got to be able to adjust and throw them what they're feeding on. They're not going to switch usually. Almost as important, what we have is different style jig heads. So here we have the tour grade jig head, which we put on the goby type baits, and we want that really contacting the bottom, soaking exactly where the gobies would be. You want that on the bottom, different sizes, but basically the round head that contacts the bottom stays there. We also have the Squadron swim bait, our swim bait jig head, which is more for swimming, exactly where the smelt and the emerald shiners would be. That bait will let you swim, contact bottom at a little different angle. You know, just working that working that bait so slow along the bottom. Water's cold and it's key to keep. Yeah, every once in a while I'll give it a little thump, but it's not that I'm leaving the bottom with it. That bait's soaking on the bottom and just adding that little dink every once in a while. You know, these Rage swimmers imitate that goby so well, and these fish love gobies, so it all adds up to success. There's no doubt about it. They love them some gobies. That's how they get big and fat quick.
You know, it's just to leave it on the bottom type thing and give it a couple of twitches. And when that bait falls back to the bottom, that bass just picks it right up. We're using 7-foot medium action rods with a fast tip. What the fast tip allows us to do is to get that bait casted out. And the other thing it does, it's a very nice bite indicator because it's a really soft tip. It just you can just feel that fish really well. And then the medium power rod allows you to set that hook into the fish. There you go. And it's as easy as that, folks. We're just dragging these baits across the bottom, but you can also use them on drop shot rigs. You can cast and retrieve. They're very versatile. And one more application for a swim bait is to bulk up your spinner baits as well as any kind of skirted bait that you're throwing.
Fish on. We may stay in this area. I was thinking about leaving, but we've had about 4 or 5 fish right in a row. So that tells me maybe I should stay. You know, the thing about...
When you're catching?
Yeah. I guess the first rule of fishing is don't leave fish, right? To find fish, but...
Got them. In fact, as I mentioned earlier too, we're fishing the Niagara River, which is one of the coolest rivers in the country. It flows, it's one of the few that flows north out of Erie, north into Ontario, and there is every species imaginable in this river. And that guy inhaled it. It's about a 30-mile long river. You got about 15 miles below the dam and 15 miles above the dam to fish. Really cool place to stay. We're fishing out of Lewiston, New York. Very quaint little town, excellent tourist town as well. It's a destination to come any time of the year. Oh, that is a tanker there. Come here, buddy.
I like the root.
I'll tell you what, folks, swim baits, smallmouth bass, and the Niagara River go hand in hand today. And this is a beauty. I would love to thank Alan from Strike King Fishing Company for joining us today, as well as Frank Campbell. I only get to fish with this guy once a year, but it's a treat every time I come up. If you want to get a hold of him, go to the website below, give him a shout, have a fun time up in the New York area and the Buffalo Niagara. I'm Larry Ladowski for Midwest Outdoors. We'll catch you later.